Hey guys, welcome back! Alright, in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the Miss Pac-Man Galaga Class of 81 cabinet. Now, I've had this cabinet for a while now, and the appeal to this cabinet is it took two great iconic titles and brought them together. And it modernized it because it's a single PCB board versus two separate PCB boards. So really, really cool. The artwork's really neat. It's kind of a mashup of both. And the popularity is on the rise because Arcade1Up just announced that they're going to actually do their version of this cabinet. But it does open up a question. Are they going to keep the original ROM that is on this? Because the original ROM that's on this has a couple of Easter eggs, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But it also has some unique dip switch settings that allow you to adjust the speed of Galaga, the firing speed of Galaga, the speed of Miss Pac-Man, some really neat stuff. As a matter of fact, let's just jump right in. But before we do that, these are all documented in the original manual, the things I'm going to show you right now. The thing that isn't documented is the ability to play Pac-Man on this cabinet, and that's the thing I'm curious if Arcade1Up's going to keep or if they're going to omit that from their offering. All right, here we go. So we're going to open up the coin door really quick, and we're going to hit, whoa, we're going to hit the, coming in hot. We're going to hit the test switch. And when you hit the test switch, you're going to get a couple of things that you can change within the game. One of them is Miss Pac-Man adjustables. And in there, you can actually adjust the difficulty and you can adjust the speed. So they've actually integrated the speed chip as a dip switch setting. So you can switch it from fast to normal. So depending on how you like to play Miss Pac-Man. And then in Galaga, there's also a set of adjustables. One is going to be rapid fire on and off, speed shot, fast, normal, and then difficulty, you can have hard, hardest, easy. So depending on what you want there. So pretty cool stuff. And I'm curious, is 1UP gonna keep those things? I don't know, we'll have to find out. But let me show you really quick how you enable Pac-Man, and then we'll show you a little bit more about the cabinet. So some of you may not know this, but there's a hidden Pac-Man game on the class of 1981. Now I'm interested, this is an original cabinet, but because 1UP is re-releasing this, I'm curious if they're gonna use the actual ROM that's on this board. So this is how you enable the extra Pac-Man game. So you hit the top button over here, so you're on the main menu selection screen between Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, and you press up, 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 down, 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 left, right, left, right, left. If you hear that tone, you've done it successfully. If I press player 1 start now, I can now play Pac-Man on this cabinet. So pretty cool stuff. I have no idea whether 1UP's going to leave that in, but if you are the owner of one of these cabinets, you have access to this feature, and it is undocumented, but just thought you'd think that's pretty interesting. So hopefully 1UP does it right and uses the original ROMs, but if they do, you'll be enjoying some Pac-Man on the same cabinet. Okay, so how did I get this cabinet? So I've had it for about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years now. And when I got it, it was a local guy here that actually owned arcades in Phoenix. And he had bought a couple of them for his arcade, and this one in particular he actually put in his house. So this never saw the arcade floor, so it's in what I would consider pretty close to mint condition. Now he sold it for $900 because his wife wanted him to get all this stuff out because they were gonna actually sell their house, buy an RV, and just tour the country, which is really cool. But I do see these going for like $900 all the way up to at auction they can go for crazy prices. So, but I do think this is one of those cabinets where it's got two amazingly good games on it. So it's one of those things where if you're even a collector, it's a great cabinet to have. But if you're someone starting off your collection, it's an awesome cabinet because, unless you actually want to have the two independent cabinets, it's a nice one to have, and you get two games in one. And they're two, games that just stand the test of time and are super exciting. So anyways, so that's how I got the cabinet. I think this would be a great addition to anyone's game room. And with Arcade1Up coming out with theirs, I think it may drive up the cost of these. So if you are interested in it, I would probably try to get on it sooner than later. Okay, before we wrap things up, let's take a look at the inside of the cabinet. So you're just gonna have a standard arcade power supply here. And there's your board. That is the Class of 81 JAMA board. That's it. It's pretty simple, not a whole lot to it. Again, it's just a JAMA connected board, and the rest of the cabinet is relatively empty. There's not a whole lot in there. Now, I bought one of these a long time ago and made an Arcade1Up small 3/4 scale version of this exact cabinet. And I was able to get one of these for like 150 bucks at the time. I bet they go for a whole lot more now. But anyway, that's the board that sort of makes this whole thing work. And then there's your CRT. And on the side, you have your breakout board, which you can adjust your brightness, contrast, and things like that.
So one of the main reasons I wanted this cabinet in my collection was that these two games are really easy for someone who maybe isn't a hardcore gamer to come to your house and play, and they're iconic titles that most people remember. But that's not it. So I was at a gaming conference, I don't know, geez, it's gotta be over 2 years ago, and that's when I found out this piece of information right here.
Right now.
Hey guys.
It's Classic Kim. How you doing over here?
Playing my favorite game.
Yeah, and you told me that you played this in a dentist office as a kid, right?
Yeah, so it's the only cool reason to go to the dentist.
Okay, so see, everyone hates the dentist, but it's kind of cool when there's a Galaga at the dentist office.
All right, guys, that about wraps up this video. If you enjoy content like this, you're not gonna wanna miss this new show that I have coming out this Friday, July 2nd. It airs at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's a show all about the nostalgia of classic arcade games. You're not gonna wanna miss it. The premiere will be on the Retro Ralph channel. You'll see it there. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. Put your comments below. I want to know what you think of the Class of 81 cabinet. Will you seek one of these out? Do you own one? Is it one of your favorites? I mean, how can it not be? Miss Pac-Man's an amazing game. Galaga's an amazing game. And you put them both together, you have a power couple. It's a power couple cabinet. I don't know, spaceships and Miss Pac-Man. I don't know, whatever. It's awesome. Guys, thanks again, and we will see you on the next one. My name is Retro Ralph, and I love arcade games. When I was a kid, the arcade was a magical place. The sights, the sounds, memories etched into my mind forever. Now, I'm a collector, and you could say I'm a little obsessed, but I know there are others like me. Are you one of them?